rotation, now warming up. At the moment, Svetlana Boginskaya in the lead, 19.762 her total. Eva Rueda behind her, but at the top moniker of the second half of the group, we've got Yang Bo going on the asymmetric bars. We've got Henrietta Anodi, and if they can go through their bars routines, they are both superb workers, then they're really going to put the pressure on the Russian girl, aren't they?
Yes, indeed. Yang Bo, brilliant, outstanding in amplitude and the apparatus, and Anodi already having proved herself in Europe as the winner of the gold medal last year.
The chalking up that goes on before every gymnast on the asymmetric guards goes. Every single gymnast likes it slightly differently. There's part of the teamwork even in this individual competition. That is Christina Bontash, and she's already been, but she's doing the bar chalking for her teammate Mirella Pasca. Mirella Pasca, the last but one to go on this rotation. Nelly Kim from the Soviet Union, a former world champion, now a judge.
And I would think a nervous one at that, after having seen Boginskia's bar routine. Very patriotic at all times.
Karine Mermet from France, waiting to go on the beam. This is still warm-up. This is Leah. It takes such a long time on the A bars because of all that chalking up. They have to get the bars exactly right.
And as Bontash was chalking up the bars, I was hoping that Leah didn't like clean bars, because the Chinese would have had an awful lot of sandpapering to do.
Right, she's through her practice, and now we're ready to go back to the competition. Yang Bo just making the final preparations on the A bars. But at the other end of the arena, it's Karine Mermet from France. Had that terrible start, 9.025. She's actually in last place after one round.
Karine, a seasoned performer, only 16 years old. But like Ankie Schoenfelder, she has a job to really try and hold her second piece of apparatus.
A little wobble there on that fairly simple move. The Corbett flick.
And beam now is all about the combination of elements linking together gymnastic, which is actually dance movements, to the acrobatic skills. Mermet having some good combinations, but looking decidedly ragged around the legs at times.
This is Yang Bo's asymmetric bars, the Jaeger somersault there at the crisis point. This is on tape. She was on the asymmetric bars while Mermet was on the beam. Oh, and lands that beautifully. And a score, 9.862.
And Hungary's Henrietta Onodi, a real challenger for this World Cup title. She's seen Boginskaya really make a mess, dropping down to 9/8. So Henrietta has got everything to gain, going extremely well at the moment. Skill after skill, lots of D elements, the most difficult movements. Nice forward giant, half turn, full twisting giant. Oh, yes, nailed tap back. And Onodi would be a very popular champion.
Now that was a score after the first round. You saw there, we've got to wait for that second round score. Leah Homma from Canada onto the beam. .16 years old, from Toronto. Good combination there.
Change leg split leap. Now there are so many gymnasts performing such difficult skills that it's really difficult to get original movements. And this is done by adding together the somersaults, the flick-flacks, the jumps and the pirouettes. Double flick-flack, double back somersault, but really not getting enough speed along the beam to lift the double somersault high enough.
Well, the Thomas Flair's on the end of the beam, but bent-legged and rather ragged. I can tell you, Henrietta Onodi's score, 9.875.
Mari Kasuga from Japan on the asymmetric bars. Oh, big dismount. Biggest dismount that we've seen so far, other from Sandy Woolsey, the American. Full twisting double back somersault.
Just getting ready for her beam exercise. That's Tatiana Lysenko. The big dismount. Now Lysenko. Tatiana Lysenko from the Soviet Union, and she now could be their main hope because Boginskaya has made that major mistake. And the attention switches to the other Soviet girl. Boginskaya 9.825 on her A-bars. Lysenko.
And we know, but the judges may not, that that is an error, in fact, because Lysenko starts with 3 straight backs from her mount. The pause was apparent, wasn't it, John, even though she didn't wobble. But it will have unnerved her.
Yes, she should have gone into another straight back somersault, and she pointed the leg, but knew that she was wrong and couldn't go into it. She got that dead right, though. Beautifully done. Flick and then 2 straight backs.
But she's thrown away the opportunity of having the beam routine of the championship, breaking a combination there. That was an aerial walkover into a jump. That one of the acro gymnastic combinations needed 2/10 deduction if they're not there.